cold up here. Keep it going for Steve. So my name's Abby Waters. I got here 30 minutes late. So. My dad was in the Army when I was growing up. Like, he also lived in Tennessee, and I lived in Michigan, so, like, really good parenting. And, like, my teachers, like, didn't know that my dad was in the Army, which I feel like is really important, because I would, like, lie down on the ground in the snow and cry. I'd be like, I miss my dad! They'd be like, don't worry about it, he's at home. I'd be like, you don't understand. He's overseas because of the brown man. So, that's a thing. I called my dad on Wednesday to like say like Veterans Day, because you don't say Happy Veterans Day because they're dead. My dad doesn't like get that I'm a comedy major. Like, he doesn't understand that you can go to school for comedy. Like a man can teach you jokes. He also doesn't get why my hair is blue, or like why I can't just will myself from agreeing with like left-wing terrorism. Speaking of terrorism and basic human rights, last night I was watching Paul Blart Mall Cop, and I was writing this, and I needed Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 because I finished the first one, and I wanted to know what happened next to Kevin James. And it was 2 a.m., and you can't go to Target at 2 a.m., which I feel like is against the Geneva Convention. But whatever. Everybody hop on your little cop vehicle, because this is a segue. I started seeing a guy recently because he has a cat, but we started dating because he has a big penis. I've been with quite a few guys in my life, and nothing really determines whether or not I'm going to sleep with that person based off of did they or did they not consider buying me gummy worms. The offer's open. So my cat died recently. Like, I made a cat joke like 2 weeks ago about my cat being dead. Not this cat. This cat was still peeing in shoes when I wrote that one. So my mom called me up, and she was like, hey Abby, how's it going? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm on Canal Street, walking around in public. She's like, great, considering your past and crying on the ground, let's do this. So she told me that my cat was dead. And then I was like, my cat is dead. Like, I said it like that. Like, my roommate was there. And I sounded like I was joking. Like, the worst joke of like, oh, my cat is dead. And I started crying because that's what you do when your cat dies. Unless you're Steven. So, like I said, I was like, my cat is dead. And then there was like a long pause. And then just like intense dry sobbing in like Starbucks. So my roommate thought I was kidding. Because whenever I break my persona of like heartless, sad person, kind of overwhelming for some people. What notebook? There's no notebook up here. I miss class a lot, and I'm late a lot, and I sometimes like just wake up and like, I'm not going. Like, I'll wake up on time, like early, like refreshed. I missed a lot of high school, like senior year of high school. I had a piece of paper that was like, you legally don't have to go to high school. And I'm like, that's good, because I'm not going to go to high school, and I don't need the law involved. So when you don't go to high school, like every single day, like I came in at like noon, like rocking it, like look at this outfit I put together instead of coming to math. So I took online classes like in June, so I graduated late. And when you graduate late, you graduate with 4 people involved. And when you graduate with 4 people involved, 2 of those are your parents, and 2 of those are your principal and vice principal. Wait, it's 5. Okay, here's what happened. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing in life that's ever happened to me because it was so sad. It was just like the saddest thing. I was at high school at noon, at like June time, school's over. I took my math test online. I cheated because, you know. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna go home now, because I drove myself because I'm an adult. And I like took the test and I like moseyed on out. And my counselor's like, hold up, bitch, put on this robe. And I'm like, I didn't sign up for this shit, I'm sorry. I told my parents not to come, I told them this wasn't an event. So they like found like the oldest, dustiest robe to put on me. Like, I ordered one in case I succeeded, which didn't happen. And then my counselor played Pomp and Circumstance over his iPhone. So, I'm Abby Waters.
Hey, can you shut the door anyway?